Hello everybody, Sports Federation TV. As you know, we've just covered practical shooting and of course in the previous shows gymnastics and front muzzle loading and a number of other federations. But on the show with me now from Flyfishing, or otherwise known as the Piscatorial Society, I think I've got it right, it's Corey Brewis. He's the Vice Chairperson of the Cape Town Flyfishing Society. Corey, welcome to Sports Federation TV.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Am I right? Is it the Flyfishing Society or Flyfishing Association or?
Well, it's the Western Province Fly Fishing Association.
All right.
That's the controlling body for fly fishing, and then you have the winelands for the other district, you know, on the other side of the mountains. But I'm from the Western Province Fly Fishing Association.
But you travel quite a bit when you go fly fishing. I mean, it's one of the things that it's not like you're playing rugby at a field.
No.
You as a fly fisherman, you've got to go find the best spot and the best river, and it's all the weather and everything.
Yeah, well, for competitive fly fishing, we only fish for trout.
Yeah.
And in the Cape, we've got a couple of streams or rivers, the Smallblaar, the Holsloot, the Witte, and the Eland Sput streams that actually have trout fishing in it. But we travel a lot. We go and fly fish in the Orange River and the Fall River for yellowfish, just for the fun of it.
All fly fishing.
Well, I do
Obviously.
99% of it, just fly fishing.
How do we rate as a Cape Town or Cape Winelands? How do we rate in terms of our spot? I know that up in Johannesburg or Pretoria and Magaliesburg and those places, there are some of those really famous fly fishing spots.
Well, like Dahlstrom and so on.
Dahlstrom, that's the one I'm looking for.
Yeah, Dahlstrom, that's more sort of stocked fish. Yeah, in the Cape, we're
natural.
Yeah, it's crystal clear mountain streams.
So that's not there. So they put the fish in there.
Yeah, there. But yeah, we've got wild fish. It's catch and release. All the fish.
So we've still got the real original fish.
Yeah.
Their fish is fake fish.
Well, I won't say it too loud.
It's like South Africa, Australia thing, you know.
Yeah.
But listen, I've got to ask you about all this kit. You know, it's fantastic. We every now and then we get someone who comes in dressed in the way that we want to see. The federation. We've had archery in here with the archery, and we had rifling in here and diving in that. Now you got all the kit. I mean, everybody has seen. Certainly on television, you've seen some guy sitting in a study somewhere. Making
tying
a fly,
the flies, yeah.
Tying a fly. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, you can buy your flies, but most of us tie our own flies, you know, and you tie it with different animal feathers.
But now, I've got to ask you, like, do you tie the fly on the basis of where you're going to fish? On the type of chokha that's in the water there?
Well, certain chokhas are standard, and certain flies are standard patterns, like a Elke caddis and an Adams and a para Adams, and you get some standard grasshopper patterns and beetle patterns and nymphs and so on. The nymphs is when the easiest to explain is if you look at a mosquito. It's got a larvae below the water, and then the larvae hatches and it becomes a mosquito. Now, anything below the water, there are so many different species of mayflies and caddises and Dobson flies, all those that live 99% of their life, dragonflies, damselflies. Yeah, they spend all their life underwater as a nymph. So you first of all imitate the nymph phase or the emerging phase or the dry fly phase, as we call. So you get the nymph that stays under the water and he lives there. So you tie nymphs, for instance. I can show you a
So
nymph.
we won't be able to see it on the camera. But so does that mean that while you're fly fishing, you've got to try and get the fly to actually go in under the water?
Yeah, well, you tie a nymph that are normally weighted that will sink below the water.
Yeah.
And then you imitate the nymph movements and so on, because it's below the water, and then you tie a dry fly that floats on top of the water when the insect emerges, and it's like a mayfly or a caddis or even a mosquito or a buzzard.
And you've got to kind of let that fly land on the water with that action.
Yeah, a lot of people think that this is the action, you know.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's more a continuous. You have to wait, you get the line extended, and then get the fly.
I've watched you guys fly fish, and it's quite incredible the skill that it takes. Where you start off with about a meter or two of line, and as you move it, that line goes into 2 meters, 3 meters, 4 meters, 5 meters.
We talk about shooting line. So you start off and you cast the line, and it shoots out, and you cast back, and it shoots out.
What's the longest that the line gets?
Well, a fly line is only about 25 meters.
25 meters is pretty long.
Yeah, but if you take the rock and surf guys with their lumps of lead, they throw it 150 meters.
Yeah, but there's a piece of lead. I mean, you're able to flick with your wrist
Yeah, it's actually the fly line, and then on the fly line you've got the leader, which is like mono on the front. So the weight is in the actual fly line. That's why you'll see the fly lines are always colored, different colored. You know, when you look at that. That's what gives you the weight.
Do those lines? Do they come in different thicknesses? And
yeah, this is a 3-weight rod, but you know you can get up to 15 and 18 weights for big sea fishing, for tuna and marlin and so. But this is for a Cape Stream, a 3-weight rod, and you know you get different thicknesses because your fly line loads the rod. That's what gives the weight to. It's almost like you know a whip when you work with a whip.
Now you've got all this kit on you at the moment, from looks like different oils for your reel to different tapes and bows and colours and so forth. You're obviously, while you're fishing, you're operating all the time.
Yeah, you know, this oil that you talk about, that's actually fly floatant to put on the fly that the water don't soak in it.
Yeah.
You know, and you have got the forceps when it swallows the hook, then you can take it out of the...
But I mean, you've got it on you because you're not getting in and out the water.
No,
you're climbing your car, you've got it with you, you're operating, you're taking a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Yeah, you get into the water and then you start wading in the river upstream or downstream or along the dam wall, you know, so you're away from all of that. And
where do you put your sandwiches?
There's a
there must be a spot.
Yeah, at the back. Yeah, your sandwiches, and you know you've got a net to land the fish in the net because you don't want to stress the fish. And we land the fish, hold it in the wet net, take the hook out. We all only fish barbless hooks, so when there's no barbs or so, it's easy to take out. And you take it, leave the fish in the net, and you just release it. You know. So
when you say you don't want to stress the fish, it's because it is catch and release.
Yeah, all fishing is catch and release. You know, you'll get maybe once in a year somebody will take a fish from one of the dams or so, but the fish in the rivers.
You're not fishing for your supper.
No. If we have to fish for our suppers, there will be no fish in the rivers.
If I'm fishing for my supper, I'll go hungry. All right, so tell me, like, how did you get started in fly fishing?
I wasn't, you know, I'm talking back in the school days in 1972 when the kids still went to the school hall and they played movies.
Yeah.
I fished from 2 years old, 3 years old, but I was in grade 1 and they played us a movie about fly fishing. And I saw fly fishing. I still remember that movie about fly fishing in the school hall on these old projectors. And from that day, I wanted to fly fish. And I lived in Durban, and there was nobody fly fishing there.
Yeah.
You know, fishing just rock and surf.
And that got you.
Yeah. And then 25 years ago, I started fly fishing.
You took the bait.
Yeah.
So
the fly.
You took the fly. Yeah. I suppose in your. But let's be very careful there.
Yeah.
Calling Canada America or something.
Yeah, fly fisherman, a bait fisherman.
Yeah.
We don't go.
Is
there.
it expensive?
You can start off with cheap, inexpensive equipment. If you join the Western Province Fly Fishing, there's always guys that are available to sell their old tackle as they upgrade or so. You know, you know, if they come to the Western Province Fly Fishing Association, you know, we help people with tackle, the newcomers, kids. We have got fly tying clinics.
Do you see that as part of your development program?
Yeah. We.
That's okay. My phone goes off during the show all the time.
I actually thought I had it off.
Yeah.
You know, our development is the actual, you know, teaching kids how to fly fish, what to do, how to fly fish, how to fly tie, you know, all the ethics of the sport, looking after the resource, the fishing itself.
Yeah. Corey, the thing that I get about, or that grabs me the most about fly fishing, and this is going to be my final question or my final part of our conversation, is that that it's actually one of the most sort of soulful sports that we've got. You can do it man alone, woman alone. Of course, you've got to think about safety and things like that. But you know, you're standing on the water. There's no noise. There's no engines flying. Well,
you've got the stream noise, you know, and so on. And you know, you don't just always stand. You wade up in the river.
Yeah.
You walk around because it's not like just casting one and wait. You know, like with bait fishing or so.
But I mean, you're in the fresh air.
You have to move, and the whole time you're looking and you're seeing new nature's things.
Must be fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing. You should join us, eh?
I just might do that because my stress levels are so high.
Okay, let's in the new year.
I'm in the catch and release space. You see?
Okay.
Yeah, no, so you can't stress me out because I must catch and release. You can catch me, but you must release me.
Okay. No, but in the new year you must come along, and
I'm definitely looking forward to that.
And everybody else who's interested in fly fishing, contact us.
So how do they contact you if folks want to join?
We've got a website, Western Province Fly Fishing Association.
WP or Western Province?
WPFFA.
WPFFA.
Yeah.
And go to the site. And people can contact you and join up. Is there a membership fee?
Yeah, we've got for juniors, we've got a minimal fee of 100 Rand, I think.
Is that for a year, a month?
Yeah, a year.
A year for 100 Rand for the year?
Yeah, you know, I'm talking under correction there, but you know, it's
What about moms and dads who want their kids to join? Can they comfortably know that there's going to be an adult that's going to drop?
We've got lift clubs, to actually make it easier for the parents. Lift clubs where one parent would take a couple to the river and actually look after them for the day. We encourage the youth the youngsters to go in groups. That you can learn from a friend that is better than you. You know, there's always a free flow of information. It's amazing the camaraderie in the actual fly fishing community of how the people pass on the knowledge. You know, that's how I learned, and now the new generation will be learning.
I think that's fantastic. I love the idea that mom and dad can know that their kids are in good, safe hands.
And it's a clean environment out in the mountains and everything. There's no malls and all these other things that can go wrong.
And I think it's great. I think not all kids want to be jumping in a boxing ring or they want to do their own thing a little bit. Today kids got wide variety of kids today. Corey, listen, I'm gonna say thanks to you for joining us. Corey Bruce, of course, the vice chairperson of the Cape Town Fly Fishing Association. Corey, thanks to you for joining us, and I'm definitely going to take you guys up on a little bit of
fly fishing.
Yeah, but what do you call it? What's the action?
It's casting.
Casting. I'm going to take you up a little bit of casting. I'm going to come cast some flies.
Yeah.
It's either that or I'm swatting my head because I think there's a mosquito on my head, and that's not good. Anyway, and I'm starting to get silly. So thanks for joining us, and we look forward to 2017.
Super.
Fly fishing. Make sure that you do find out where it is at Western Province Fly Fishing Association. So WPFA. Make sure you go and check out if you want to go join fly fishing. When we come back after the break, we're speaking to Alan Barnes from Western Province Athletics. Athletics doing fantastic. Have you seen the new track out in Greenpoint? We'll certainly be talking to him about that. Back after the break.